Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another KPC Weekly Live. Today, we're going to be talking about K-pop, K-entertainment, what's going on in Korean society, all of that. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that like button and subscribe button and notification bell before we go on. 70% of the viewers have not subscribed yet. That's quite shocking, but anyways, yeah, today we have a very jam-packed schedule today. I'm going to cover probably more than 10 to 15 news. So, yeah. It's gonna be wild. We have some very happy news to very stressful news and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, gonna be very fun. And hello, everybody. I have the fancy chat function back again, so I can put you on the screen like that. What's Aaron? Hello. Hey, friends. Oh, Maspay can't stay long since it's 5 a.m. in Norway. Wanted to pop in. Thank you. Thank you. Norway was amazing. Also, I miss my hood again. Yes. Lucy from Hawaii. Aloha. Hello. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, let's go straight into today's news. And before we go on, in the pinned comment, there is a fund for pizza. Someone mentioned pizza last time in the chat. Why don't you ever talk about or eat Korean pizza when your channel name is Korean Pizza Club? So there you go. There's a small pizza fund for me. So if you want to support the stream, that's where you do it. I'll give you a shout out midstream if possible. Hello, Michelle and JJ and Miso Soup, Belinda, Australia. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so what's happening? First things first. The kings of K-pop are now completely back together. BTS is finally back, not as 5, not as 6, but as 7. The final member, Min Yoongi Suga, has finally been discharged on June 21st, joining the other 6 members who had already completed their military duties, and this marks the end of BTS's 2.5-year group hiatus between December 2022 and 2025 June. Wow, so the last to enlist was Jungkook and Jimin, who began their service together on December 12th, 2023, and armies have warmly welcomed the full group's return. Let's give a round of applause to BTS and thank them for their service. I am very, very proud that the biggest and most popular, successful idol in Korea proudly served their country without complaining, without making any funny moves or whatever. They just did it as they are, as they were expected to. No complaints from anybody. No haters can actually tackle them on the military issue anymore. They kept their promise. They kept their words as a man should. As all 7 members they have finally done their duties, and I'm super, super proud of them. And this just elevates their status to another level because military duty is sacred and it's a big thing in Korean culture. If you don't complete it, sometimes you're frowned upon, you're looked down upon. There are a lot of celebrities that try to evade their military services using, their own strings or their influence or money or using brokers and all that, especially if they're on a high, because they don't want that hiatus or they don't want that tailwind to topple down. But BTS was at their extreme top, all-time high, which they are going to probably penetrate and go on further even more. But regardless, they all went to the military without any kind of complaint, and that is just remarkable. So proud of them, right? So proud. Yes, they definitely deserve some kind of respect or applause because it's not easy. Of course, speaking in normal human beings language, as a commoner or a citizen of Korea, Republic of Korea, of course you have to go to the military. But I'm telling you, the reality is not like that. If you look at a lot of celebrities, look at a lot of chaebol families, look at a lot of rich people, even just people with good jobs, they find their ways, they find their loopholes, and normal people over here just feel very demoralized when we see that kind of behavior. But the fact that the nation's symbol, the nation's representative, and one of the most famous and successful people ever went to the military and just served their country, just boosts the morale of the whole country as a whole. And now they're back and they're about to do even more good to the country and the industry and for themselves and HYBE as well. So that is awesome. So if you look over here, every single media outlet is highlighting their comeback. So yeah, we can see Jungkook and Jimin and all that. So when is the comeback? That is the question. So we don't expect a full stage return yet, just because J-Hope's Hope on the Street just finished and Jin is set to tour from June 28th to August 10th. But the full group is likely to return in 2026, marking nearly 4 years since their last album, Proof. Everyone is super excited about their comeback, and I've covered it on DK News, the recent DK News, about what kind of concept they're going to do. I personally think they are going to do a hype, hardcore kind of concept, which has a massive performance, like maybe On or Not Today or Mic Drop, something that goes hard, because we need that kind of fuel to like set records, break records, set the world on fire, right? So I'm predicting something like that. They've been recharged and they've become one step level up in the military. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what kind of upside potential they have from here. It's going to be very difficult to even like just replenish the records they already have, but still I feel like ARMY is a never ending, never stopping, like growing kind of group. So yeah, very big expectations, and I'll be rooting for them on the way. So yes, Festa made probably 10 or 30 million dollars for SK for sure. Yeah, there were a lot of international fans on the streets, all of them flying in for Festa, or the people living here just participating, and all of that. It just circulates money, it just circulates liveliness, energy, it just brings happiness to the world. So yeah, definitely. Okay, so yeah, so in the midst of this, we have the main news for today. I think we need to give a proper shout out to this. Like, who am I to even give a shout out of? But still, we need to recognize this. Suga donates $3.64 million for kids with autism. In Korean won, that is 5 billion Korean won. That is crazy. Suga donated 5 billion won to the Yonsei Severance Hospital to build a specialized treatment center for children with autism. And it's going to be named the Min Yoongi Center out of his own real Korean name. The facility will open this September and offer language, behavioral, and psychological therapies. More than just funding, Suga actively participated in developing a music-based therapy program called Mind, which focuses on music, interaction, network, and diversity. Over several months, he volunteered on weekends, working directly with children, playing instruments, encouraging interaction, and helping them express emotions through music. The results were clear: better communication, emotional awareness, and social growth. And Dr. Chun Gun-ha, who co-led the project, praised Suga's sincerity and vision, saying this is about more than treatment, it's about inclusion, awareness, and changing perceptions. Suga said, it's been an honor to be part of something so meaningful. I'll keep supporting efforts to make sure every child feels seen and heard. fresh out of service and already doing something incredible. Massive, massive respect to Suga. He is the man. He is the living legend. He is the king. I have seen nobody out there, no idol. I don't think anybody has donated an amount that big before. 5 billion Korean won, which is 3.64 million US dollars to a certain cause that he believes in, that is a great one for specialized treatment for children with autism. And it's not that he's just dumping money. Even if he just threw money at the foundation, that would have been remarkable. But it's not that. He's actively participating with his own time, with his own body, and he is actually developing a program. He's, actually mingling with the kids, and he's actually done some volunteer work, playing the instruments and interacting and all that, using his skills, his gifts, music, to connect the kids and give them better communication skills, emotional awareness, and all that kind of stuff. So this is massive. And I feel like this deserves all the recognition and acknowledgement in the world. I'm very butthurt right now because this isn't bigger news. People need to remember back then when Suga was getting so much criticism for doing the alleged DUI on a scooter, and people were canceling him and throwing eggs at him here and there on the internet, and Korean people or some of the haters were trying to cancel him, and they were trying to drag him out of BTS and all that, and he was getting so much shit. I would say maybe 1% of that was valid criticism, but then he apologized, he learned from the lesson, and now he's doing society so much work and so much good that I feel like at this point, all the haters need to just shove themselves into their own room and never come out and never even look at the direction of Suga, because he is a person that does way much more positivity to our society than compared to he did drunk driving on a scooter, on a bicycle, right? So I think that's beyond our past, and if anyone actually mentions that event from now on, they are just proving themselves to be just pure haters. They got nothing better to do other than hate, right? So there is so much to do in this world, yes, and Suga is, imagine, even if you're rich, everybody knows BTS is loaded, right? They live in Hanam-do-Hill and 9-1 and all that, and that's over 10 billion Korean won and all that, but still, 5 billion Korean won, $3.64 million. If I were rich, I'll be totally honest, I do not have that kind of a big heart. It's super, super hard to actually just, donate that amount of money. The money itself, it speaks volumes. The magnitude is crazy. But I think, at this point, we value his participation, his dedication, and his time and energy, and his passion and enthusiasm he actually shares in this project, and he believes for this cause, and he actually wants to watch out for these kids and use his skills. So it's not just some celebrity donating a random amount of money to a foundation, which is good, which is amazing. We can't discredit that at all, but this is just on a different level. This is a different level. Google says Suga is worth 50 plus million. Oh, I assure you, whatever Google says, he's going to be bigger than that. But that is just amazing. So shout out to Suga, massive respect. I want to be a figure like him, and this is exactly what K-pop idols should be doing. I mean, it's not their obligation or duty, but I'm just saying this is another positive effect that K-pop idols as successful role models for the younger generation carry. Because like younger people will look at this kind and good deed and they'll catch on to it, and they'll hopefully become successful people inspired by figures like Suga in the future and follow his path, right? He's paving so many ways. Yes, so yeah. He's an amazing example. My respects, yes. Yeah, who hasn't made a mistake even? I have, but life is a lesson constantly being learned. Time moves on. Suga is a gentleman, yes. David, Suga will make the money back when they tour, so it's worth it. And if you were that wealthy, you could and probably would donate that kind of money. I mean, it's one thing to like, you know, assess the possibility, the capability of donating that, but it's another thing to actually donate, because there are so many rich people in the world that probably have more than Suga and have never donated a single dime ever, like unless it's for the purposes of like tax evasion or something, like the tax offsets or something like that. So mad respect. It's not that easy. I mean, I would understand like 500K or something like that, but like 500K, what am I even talking about? That's even bigger than my whole like asset net worth. $3.64 million. That is not easy, right? Yeah. Victor, are you for real? Let me put here for a second. It's a PR stunt for his DUI, obviously. I normally don't call out people like this, but no, this is a no-no. If you keep this on, like, I'm gonna have to silence you from the chat, because a PR stunt for his DUI, obviously. Okay, let's follow your logic. Let's become the devil's advocate. Even if it were a PR stunt for his DUI incident, that is excessive. That is even more than enough. Yeah, that is just wild. Like I'm not talking about the money. The sincerity he showed without the press or whatever, that he went multiple times and he actually cared for these kids and took his time out, and he actually used his talent and skill and his dedication. He put it in, and on top of that is $3.64 million. That is a no-no. Yeah. That, like, calling that a PR stunt is a no-no. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore your comment. Anyways, people are saying delete him. That is strike number one. If you keep on trolling, I mean, you can think whatever you want, but I feel like, you know, that is not easy, and his sincerity is there, and we got to give him the right amount of credit. Like, another thing, as I've been saying over and over, like, the Korean society needs to recognize BTS's impact, not only economically and culturally and globally, but these things they're doing for our society directly. I'm not talking about indirect economic effect or impact. He is directly using his time, effort, and body and skills and money out of his own pocket, and is not just chump change. He is doing all of that, and not only Suga, but like Jungkook, for instance, he donated a massive amount of money back then. I think it was like 500K or something for the wildfire. And he still got shit for like wearing a stupid hat or whatever. But anyways, yeah, the Korean society needs to wake up. They need to just plaster this kind of news all over the place so that every single person in the nation hears about this deed. But it's just so sad and underwhelming that this is not getting reported enough. I mean, usually in the nature of news, if someone donates, people are gonna be like, "Oh, someone donated." But like, this is different. This is different. Anyways, yeah. Yep. So, okay, guys, do not engage. Do not engage. Even if you had tons of wealth, it's not easy to give it out. Appreciate others' action, kindness, and generosity. Exactly, Kinley. Yes. I mean, if it is a PR stunt, would that negate the good it did? It's still a good deed. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, like that's what, like, if you go to one of my past episodes, KPC podcast episodes I did with Aiden Kim. He is like a philanthropist. He does like good deeds on the streets. He buys all the vegetables and from the grandmas, and he talks with lonely grandpas. He helps out elderly people who push like paper carts, recycle carts, and all that. And there's a lot of criticism that for those type of creators saying like, oh, you're all doing this for the views, for your own benefit, blah blah blah. And I actually asked that question to him during this podcast, and his answer just struck me really hard and directly. He was like, it's better than doing nothing, right? Oh, sorry, I kind of impersonated him, but yeah, he actually just said like, like it or not, it's making change. Whatever the alternative, purpose is, it's at the end of the day helping a person, doing good to society, spreading positivity, and all of that, which some people never do in their lives, and which is a hard thing to do. At the end of the day, there's money flowing out from a person's pocket, and your time and energy and all that. And there's like a good effect. And people watch those videos, thousands and millions of people watch that. So, yeah, I really don't get that criticism from people that probably have never donated once in their life, right? Anyways, at the end of the day, the kids benefit this and can also inspire other people to do the same. Exactly. Just imagine, just imagine you're an actual child in the facility that got the treatment, that got the support, and you grow up and you got inspired by your idol Suga, and then you become like a huge K-pop star or producer or whatever in that field, and you continue on the good cycle, right? So that's the whole purpose of it, and I'm super proud, and it's so exciting that BTS is back. And the moment he's out from the military, that's even more remarkable. The moment he's out, the moment he steps foot out. Like, normally what people do is just go on trips, oh, I'm out from the military, which is not wrong. Like, we're all human beings, right? Like, go, eat what we all crave, go party and all that. But this, yep. People who donate is usually for the things they believe in. IU is also dedicated to missing children. Exactly. IU is a very, very well-known philanthropist, I would say. Like, the amount of money, the amount of support she sent to various types of organizations and groups, like even for Korea's democracy and all that, IU is a huge figure. And real recognize real. IU and Suga, they already did a collab before with 8, right? So, yeah. Anyways. Okay, Suga comes from childhood poverty where he chose between eating lunch or bus fare home. His donating, just like IU grew up poor, is genuine. Exactly. Yeah. Even if you're loaded, I'm saying, like 3.64 million, that's huge. I couldn't even earn that amount in like 5 lifetimes. Yeah, like I need to be reincarnated probably 5 times to even get that amount of money, but he's just giving that away. That is crazy. Yeah. Army have already started donating to the center. It's already up to 200,000. Really? That is wild. See, look at the positivity he's creating just by his act. His fans, the fandom, Army spreading all that love. Army has always been the best fandom out there. Okay, before you come at me, there are bad apples, rotten apples, and all that, but still, in general, Army has always been very, very into spreading positivity and following the steps of the BTS members, and always doing like environmental work, philanthropy, always spreading positivity and good stuff, planting trees, recycling, cleaning up, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, ARMY is a community that thrives for positivity and goodness in this world. Anyways, really, really big respect to Suga. So yeah, and ignore that troll in the chat. Many people won't even make that much. Exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, I have to be born 5 times over. Okay, let's go on to the next news. K-pop animation is causing a global stir. Hands up if you've watched this already. It's a series on Netflix called K-pop Demon Hunters, and it just took the world by storm. And according to Flix Patrol, the animated series released on June 20th hit #1 globally with a score of 282, topping the charts in 22 countries, including Korea, the US, UK, Australia, France, Germany, Hong Kong, India, Italy, Japan, and Mexico. The action fantasy series follows K-pop superstars Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, who live double lives as secret demon hunters protecting the world from supernatural threats, all while slaying on stage. Things get wild when the mysterious boy group Saja Boys, Saja is lion, suddenly rises to fame, only to be... Oh no, Saja here means the 저승 사자, which means the Grim Reaper, the Korean version of the Grim Reaper. Yeah, the person who collects souls from this world and, you know, creates passageway to the next world, the world of the dead, you know. And then they are revealed to be demons in disguise. And Rumi, Mira, and Zoe must face their most dangerous battle yet, one that could change everything. And the voice cast is stacked. Arden Cho is the leader of Hunter X. An Hyo-sub makes his English dubbing debut. And also Lee Byung-hun, the front man from Squid Game, voices the main villain. And yeah, there's Ken Jeong and everyone in it. So who's watched this? Who's watched this so far? You're going to watch it tonight? I have not seen it. Waiting for your review, David. Yeah or nay? Yeah. Well, apparently it's creating a lot of buzz on the internet because it's already #1 on Netflix in so many different countries. So, I mean, I haven't watched it yet. Let's check out the teaser together. I don't think this is going to get copy strike. Maybe it's going to be, but let me take that risk. If you're watching, again, if you're a replay fan and you suddenly see a cut in at this moment, it means it got copy striked and it's clipped out. But anyways, let's look at the teaser together, the trailer, and see if it's something that we might be interested in, because it's causing so much buzz. And like, I know that there's a entry barrier for certain people when it gets to animation, because it seems childish. It looks like a children's kind of thing. But still, like, I loved watching, what was it, the League of Legends animation. That was really nice, and the creativity in these animations are wild. Oh, one thing I heard about this is that the production studio, or like, what do you call it, the production behind it was the one that made Spider-Man, the multiverse, the animation where they have like the what do you call it, the Black Spider-Man, and also like the crazy visuals and all that. And yeah, that was an amazing movie. That was one of the best movies I've ever seen. And the BGM and everything, the OSTs and the visual graphics, the art in that was just top notch. So I have really high standards for this one, expectations for this one as well, if it's the same studio. So yeah, let's check it out. From Twice. Oh wow, performed by them. Oh, okay, this is Blockbuster. Whoa, that looks pretty dope. Okay, you just watched it yesterday. How was it? There's a lot of good Korean symbolism too. Really, I might need to make a video on it then. Yeah, the male lead was modeled after Jimin. Really? Okay. The boys look like the Korean Ken from Barbie. Yeah. The way they designed the facial expressions is impressive. Yeah, I'm actually hooked. I might even watch this. Yeah, you know what? Should I watch this on Patreon? Should I watch this on Patreon? Would you subscribe for Patreon if I did a watch party on this? Yeah. You know what? Like, that sounds like a good idea. Cute, right? My sister watched it yesterday and I could hear it playing while I was working in the other room. And honestly, the songs I heard were really good, really. And Teresa says I really liked it. So everyone's actually, okay, actually liking it. Ooh, interesting. So, yeah, let me give it a try. I need to do a watch party then. Yeah, I can't guarantee, but if I end up doing it, I'll put it up on Patreon. Extra perks for you guys, right? So, yeah, that seems very interesting. Okay. Yep. So yeah, that's K-pop Demon Hunters. I saw a lot of like Korea core designs, like from the demons, like the Grim Reapers, and the Gachiwa Horangi, the bird and the tiger. There's a Korean painting called the Gachiwa Horangi. That's one of the most famous Korean paintings in Korean history. And you can definitely see that they did a play with that over here. Gachiwa Horangi. Yeah. It's a cute version of a tiger, and we, our traditional painters, painted this. But you could see this in the teaser, the trailer as well, too. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I like how they utilize the concept of K-pop and make the idols like some kind of different occupation in the side, like hunters, and they go throughout reality and fantasy. And then like their opponents or their competitors are a different attractive male idol group. So at the end of the day, I think the conclusion is going to probably be them like just finding peace and performing together and all that. It's pretty obvious. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I might give it a try. Yes, getting a lot of recommendation to watch. Okay. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'll have to watch it. And Jian, thank you for being a member over here. You can see the flashy membership shining. So you have a pizza next to your name as well too. What is the tiger painting called? It's called Gachi wa Horangi. In English, what do you translate it as in English? What is it in English? The tiger and magpie. Yes, tiger and magpie. That's called minhwa. Minhwa. It's a Korean type of painting style. Yeah. Is the male lead the person I pointed out before? Because that guy looked like Jungkook to me. Nah, those demons are going down. Yes. So yeah, very, very excited for it. It looks like fun. So in the meantime, though, 200 people are watching. There's only 69 likes. Okay. Please like that. Make that like button point a different number, please. Okay. And yeah, and also there's a pizza fund for me in the pinned comment. So if you have the luxury to donate some dollars, throw some dollars at me so I can get some pizza for lunch, and finally I can have some pizza on screen for you guys. Maybe I'll get no more pizza. Yeah, let's see. No more pizza. You know what? I'll just order it regardless. And yes. So nowadays in Korea, like, okay, let's go to the side on a tangent a little bit while I'm ordering. Nowadays in Korea, there's a massive competition, like a bloodbath between these delivery apps, because the usual powerhouse in the delivery scene in Korea was 배달의 민족. It's the nation of delivery. That's what it's called, and it was the original delivery app, the first one over here, and it was super strong in terms of market share. But then we had Yogiyo and Coupang Eats. Yogiyo is kind of like done, it's withered out, but Coupang Eats has Coupang behind them. It's like the Korean Amazon. So it's tying its services, the delivery services, with like the Amazon Fresh, or what do you call it, Prime, or the Rocket delivery services. So if you pay like $5 per month, you get the Rocket delivery perks. Sorry, excuse me. You get the free delivery. You also get Coupang Play, where you can watch SNL and a lot of original Korean content. So I'm using Coupang Eats nowadays, but I guess Delivery Nation nowadays is feeling kind of fearful, and they're doing massive promotions. So they're actually delivering one-person meals for single people like me, free of charge, no delivery fees. So yeah, that is crazy. And I'm gonna get a quattro cheese pizza from No More Pizza. Yeah, with no toppings, because that's what they are providing over here. I'm gonna see if I can buy a different combo, but like for No More Pizza, it's only quattro cheese. I'm good with cheese. I love cheese pizza. It's gonna be plain, but still, yeah, I love peas. I love cheese. Peas. So it's only gonna be $9. A quattro cheese pizza and a small Coke. It's only gonna be like $9 to $10. 17% discount. Yes, let's go. Oh, they actually have different pizzas. You know what? Actually, no. Bacon potato. Yes, let's go for bacon potato today. Yes. Let's go for bacon potato. Yes. Drop some super chats and PayPals, please. Fund my pizza lunch. Okay, and let's see. We need some hot sauce. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me just finish ordering. And here we are. I am done. So it is on its way. Yes. Okay, that's an ironic name. No More Pizza. I know, right? Okay. Yep, so let's go on to the next news. And this I just have to give a shout out to. aespa's Dirty Code. This has been on my mind. It's been playing in repeat in my head. I don't even think they actually did the actual drop, but they did some performance videos and like a concept video, and this is the concept video, and all these fans are going crazy. It's a really, really nice song and performance so far. It's very addictive. Yeah, the dance is crazy too. Karina mentioned check. Gotta check out those bingo cards, right? You might have noticed that there is no more sponsors. That is sad. Boo-hoo. No more sponsors on the live. There's no Sue House. There's no Piroso. I mean, Piroso's my own thing, so I still got the banner running here, and I'm doing free advertisement for Sue House basically because I'm lazy enough to not switch out the banner. But yeah, my contract with Sue House has come to an end. So if you're interested in plugging in your business over here in the banner or whatever, if you're a brand manager, if you're in K-beauty, if whatever you want to promote your YouTube channel, I will give you a very nice price for that. So let me know, okay? Let me know. What? Okay. Anyways, okay, let's go into some heavy news over here. So, of course, the K-pop world is not all glitter and sparkles and all of that, right? So there is some controversy over here. The Boyz' former member, Joo Hang-yeon, raises legal challenge over contract termination. Joo Hang-yeon, a former member of the boy band The Boyz, and on Sunday denied allegations of soliciting prostitution and said he will sue his former agency 100 label. Joo shared a statement on his social media account on Sunday detailing the termination of his contract and allegations about his private life. The incident stems from a report from Japanese tabloid Shukan Bunshun, which said last month that Joo had been spotted with model and influencer Asuka Kirara. Okay, let me rephrase that. She is a JAV actress. In the West, we call them porn stars, right? Who has worked as an adult film actor in the past. Joo said that 100 label demanded that he sign a termination agreement that included paying over 2 billion won, 1.4 million in damages after the report came to light. So he has actually rebutted that, and he said that is not true. The company is trying to kick him out without an actual cause, and that he is going to fight against it. So he is going... he's confronting the company and the public right now, and all these allegations, and at the same time, so he issued like this message over here, and he firmly addresses the false claims and expresses the clear disapproval of how the agency has handled the things. You can read the whole letter or the announcement over here. He put out the whole thing, so yeah, you can stop it and read it if you want. But what's going on is basically these were pictures that were shot by a paparazzi, or that, tabloid magazine from Japan, and this is allegedly him and the JAV actress. JAV means Japanese adult video, and they're together over here in front of the door from like a bar or something, and you can see him doing a back hug, and they look friendly and all that, right? So, yeah, these pictures were revealed, right? And it seems like she has her hand in his arm and all that. So, yeah, these pictures were revealed, and people started, speculating that, they had sex or whatever, and blah blah blah. And the tabloid kind of, hinted at that and stuff. But however, Asuka Kirara opens up about involvement with the former The Boyz member Joo Hang-yeon, and she denied all claims too. She said these are baseless speculations running rampant, but the Chugan Bunsun has yet to release any reports on this matter, so please do not spread false information. I have never once accepted money for private sexual services in my life. That goes without saying for this recent issue as well. It is my belief that a woman I met for the first time that day seemed to have a crush on Hang-yeon, and so she took a photo and sold it to Shukan Bunshun. Okay. Yeah, so she put out a tweet over here as well. And yeah, so she's denying it. So if both people are denying it and you don't have hard evidence, then I think the case is closed, right? Like, what more do normal people like us have? Like, I sometimes people just need to be very quiet. Like, they should know how to shut up. Like, because, if they're saying it's no, like, even if it's true, they got no proof. How are you going to prove that? Right? The company shouldn't have dropped him. That's my opinion, too. Because, okay, there might be conflicting views on that, on the decision from the company. So, from what I read, the company used this clause in a K-pop idol contract that states if you cause a severe damage or a scratch on the image of becoming a public being a public figure, and it becomes damage, and if it becomes like a damage or negative impact towards the label or the group or the company, then they have like the legal grounds to actually cut him off from the contract and all that. So they use that. However, Joo Hang-yeon is saying that, first of all, the allegations aren't true, so this case doesn't even stand, and he's probably pissed at his company because like they're just like kind of discarding them at this point. So yeah, can you say that an allegation itself is enough it has the grounds to support like kicking out a member because the allegations themselves cause a negative impact to the group and label. I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless it's proven to be actually true, I don't think the case stands. And the label did say that they have heard from the several sources and they have cross-checked and confirmed that these rumors or allegations are based on reality and stuff, but they're not putting out any evidence at all, so we'll have to see in court. But I would say that normally when an idol, maybe not nowadays, but when an individual or an idol goes against their label and goes into legal court, then they probably have a firm belief or some kind of, it's probably, what they're claiming is, I won't say true, but they have a strong belief that they can win, or, they feel 억울해. Yeah, they're wrongly being questioned. Yeah. A back hug is just that. A back hug doesn't mean he is paying for sex or having sex. The boys are fierce, so really. Yeah, I mean, the fans might be triggered. Okay, so we have to go into this logic as well, too. So I've seen a lot of female fans being disgusted of this because of the fact that he back hugged and he even interacted with and he drank with a porn star, basically. So there are dividing views on how you view the profession or job of porn stars or OnlyFans or whatever. People who make a living off of, making pornography. So it is questionable whether an idol should be associated with a porn star. Well, conventionally and generally speaking, I don't think it's the best idea to be associated and be seen back hugging a porn star. It would definitely rub in the wrong way for some people. For very open-minded people, I guess, they would be like, oh, porn stars are just human beings too. They're just doing their job. And what's wrong with like an idol hanging out with them? I kind of stand on that side too. But you got to know that like our society has a lot of conservative thinking people too. And some people think porn is ethically shady as well too, and they do not support porn. As a matter of fact, the porn industry has a lot of very shady concepts and stuff going around, which women would not like and would not support, and it's a known fact. So people just don't support the industry in general. They don't look at the job as like a respect the job or anything. So there's a lot of negativity entangled around the sentiment of porn and porn actresses. So a K-pop idol, which has a predominantly female audience that is in their younger generation, in the teens and to early 20s, the fact that he's hanging out and back hugging with a porn star would not be seen positively. So I get the logic, right? I get the sentiment, right? Porn is illegal in Korea, right? So technically speaking, it's not illegal, because we have like erotic movies that play with the gray line of pornography and like eroticism. So like if you want to say porn like actual intercourse without any kind of filtering or whatsoever, then yeah, in those terms it's illegal, and consuming that or streaming that or whatever, watching it on the internet is illegal as well too. Distributing is illegal as well too. So technically, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it is illegal. Yes. Yeah, I honestly think the fans react a similar way if it were any other female. Yeah. I mean, now I think the level of criticism would be different though. If it was a fellow like female idol or just a celebrity or actress, I think it wouldn't have been this bad. Yeah. She's a person. How should he treat her exactly? I don't know. You tell me, right? uh, STDs though. I mean, I don't really want to go into this subject, but I would assume that the porn industry is very hygiene. Like at least the Japanese porn industry, because they need to do this for a living. And if a porn actress has STDs, that just doesn't work in that industry, right? Yeah. Okay, not the best idea. Porn is not positive, but honestly, we don't want people harming themselves for a bad decision. I don't really care. He can do what he wants, but from an image standpoint, it wasn't a good idea to associate with her because people will assume the worst. Exactly. Rachel, you put it out there. Yeah, fair and square. Exactly. She left that industry a while ago. Yeah, but people will still say, like, once you were a porn star or an OnlyFans person, you're always that and all that. Yeah. I saw this wild news, like, on Instagram that a UK girl had sex with, like, 100 people in 24 hours or something. 1,000 or 100 people in 24 hours. And she was a very well-known OnlyFans person. And then she gained massive amounts of money from that, and she retired right after that. So that was wild, and I was like, is this real? I miss the days when second-gen K-pop, when interactions between K-pop groups were more common sometimes. Yeah, exactly. We saw the Big Bang and Wonder Girls collab. We saw, what else? I don't remember other things. Maybe Beast and 4 Minute. Did we see that? Yeah. So once a hole, always a hole. I had to say it. Okay. It's a rumor at the end of the day. Yeah. So I'm glad that he's standing up for himself. Like if he thinks that he's being wrongly accused, then go for it all the way. Yeah. Like if your company is throwing you under the bus and you feel like it's being wrongly done, then yeah, go for it. We have the legal system for that for a reason, right? I think the industry is very careful that they get tested very regularly. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, so Girls' Generation and 2 p.m. Yes, I remember that as well, too. But, yeah, I guess, like, as Rachel said, the fans, wouldn't be that happy. Obviously, if your favorite idol is hanging out with a porn star, especially in the middle of the night in front of like a bar, they obviously had booze together, and according to the tabloid magazine, they headed towards one of their houses or whatever, and this is all allegedly and according to the tabloid magazine. Please don't sue me. So. Yeah, and then they went into someone's house, and then they did what they did, and they woke up together in the morning, and apparently Chu Hang-yeon went to his colleagues or his fellow members or staff and bragged about, like, sleeping with, what was her name? Akira? Yeah, so that's all allegedly claims from the magazine, but it's not proven to be right. If you're innocent, then stand up for yourself and sue them from defamation. Yeah. Okay, so let's go on because we have another dark side of K-pop over here. Let's not even claim this guy as K-pop. So finally, we have some update about Taeil for jail. So ex-NCT member Taeil is now in big trouble because prosecution seeks 7-year sentence for ex-NCT member Taeil for rape. It was quasi-rape, right? Prosecutors said that the suspects appeared to have intentionally used the fact that the victim was a foreigner to prevent her from remembering the location of the assault or helping police trace the crime. That is so disgusting. You are a K-pop idol that lives off mostly international fans, and you're taking advantage. Like, this is not even taking advantage. You're taking that fact and you're just using that in a disgusting way. The fact that this victim was a foreigner and she was probably helpless, she was probably, going to the police and all that, but they tried to prevent her from remembering the location of the assault or something like that. So that is disgusting. Yeah, tail for jail, exactly. Tail for jail. So the prosecutors officially demanded a 7-year prison sentence for Taeil, and for the rape of a heavily intoxicated woman. And during the final hearing at the Seoul Central District Court, the prosecution requested that the court sentence Taeil and his co-defendants, identified by their surnames Lee and Hong, to 7 years in prison each. They also sought a court-ordered treatment program for the defendants, the release of their personal details, and a restriction on employment involving minors. And a restriction on employment involving minors for 10 years? What does that mean? Okay. Oh, yeah. Anyways, the defendants gang raped a foreign tourist in an unfamiliar situation, making this a very serious crime that demonstrates extremely poor character. Yeah, that is just ugly. That is just disgusting. Garbage. Exactly. This guy is disgusting for doing that. All 3 defendants, including Taeil, admitted to the charges during the hearing. When asked by the court if he acknowledged the allegations, Taeil replied briefly, "I admit to all the charges." Taeil and the other 2 are accused of raping a Chinese national tourist who was too intoxicated to stand in Lee's residence. Wow, that is crazy. That is disgusting. That is really, really disgusting. Why are the punishments for sexual crimes in Korea so lenient, especially when committed by a group which causes significant harm to the victim? Yeah, this is gang rape. I'm surprised too that this is only getting 7 years. It's a joke. Yeah. I think, is this the end? Or are there more? Is this sentence the end? Is it final? Oh, it was the final hearing. I don't know if it's going to go on or not, but like people are really, really wishing that he rots in jail for a longer time than 7 years. Yeah. Like imagine the victim. Now, like she is probably mentally torn and physically torn apart by their disgusting, disgusting behavior. Yeah, that is crazy. Oh my gosh. He is sick in the head. Yeah. In China, I think he might even get, like, the death penalty. Maybe. Maybe. I'm just saying, it can go up there. Yeah. He needs way more. Should be 25 years. I'm no judge. I can't make a judgment on, like, sentences or whatever, but it's just common sense that 7 years is too lenient. Yeah. In the US, he is a registered sexual assault offender for life. Yeah, I think he's going to have that electronic bracelet on him. Yeah, because the Korean justice system has that too, and you have to you have to put up their information in a database where people can search on your app, and you can see whether like there's a sex offender near your house or in the perimeter or something, especially around like schools and all that. So yeah. Not long enough. That is terrible. Exactly. Wow, if this is true, it's really not cool at all. Totally disgusting. Only 7 years. What a waste. Let me actually ask ChatGPT. So, if you were to commit gang rape in the US, what would the average sentence be? I just asked ChatGPT. Oh, he or she says, I'm not able to help with that. If you have questions about legal systems or sentencing laws in general, I can provide educational or factual information. So, okay, ChatGPT has some policies, protocol behind this. But I just want to know some cases from the news. You don't need to make any judgment. Searching the web. So let's see. Here are some documented U.S. gang rape cases and their sentences. So the recent historic case from 2019, although 9 men convicted of 22 offenses were sentenced to 132 years in total, which individual sentences were between 16 to 20 years. And notable U.S. sentences over the years: Vanderbilt University dorm gang rape, 15 to 17 years, received 10 years probation. Richmond High School, 33 years to life. Okay, Cleveland, Texas, 2 adults got 99 years or life without parole. Others received 15-year sentences. And gang rape of a deaf woman, 45 years, 20 years, 15 years. So one thing for sure is that it's not 7 years. It's more than double. Yeah. So yeah, again, I'm no judge to make any judgments, but one thing for sure is 7 years is not enough. Yeah. In the U.S., it depends on races involved, socioeconomic status, and publicity. Okay. Huh. Each state is different. Yeah, I can see. Like, Texas giving out 99 years. Okay, good for you, Texas. I applaud the girl who went through with the case. Not easy reliving trauma. Exactly. Yes. You have to pick a state like New York or Florida. I wish we had sentences like that in Norway. Yeah. Okay. Are we live again? Yes. Welcome, Toyland. Yeah. So I mean, well, let's see this as, you know, at least something. Like, he's getting locked behind the bars, and at least he's not being cut loose from this terrible crime. Yeah. Like, some idols or some celebrities in the past, when the media wasn't that scrutinized, they got out of, like, some of these kind of cases. Yeah, so at least he's going behind the bars. He's going to rot in there for 7 years. I hope there's no probation or bailouts. But yeah, he definitely deserves more, but it is what it is at the moment. So yeah, justice for the victim. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay, Missy Nyanko, hello, welcome. Glad to see you. KB, hello. But you need to also take into account that she was incapacitated. Yeah, she was intoxicated, right? Yeah. Anyways, okay, it says my pizza is on its way. So next news. Okay, let's go on to a little bit more brighter news. So President Emmanuel Macron invited Lee Soo-man, the founder of SM Entertainment, who goes by SM, who is often credited as the K-pop pioneer. He is credited as the K-pop father, actually, to open an office in France. During a Friday meeting at the Élysée Palace in Paris, the French leader expressed his desire to strengthen collaboration between South Korean and French creators, signaling high-level recognition of K-pop's cultural power. Lee, who now leads A20 Entertainment in Los Angeles, was in Paris as the only Asian speaker at the France Music Week Summit held at the Place de l'Opéra on the same day, and Macron, attending the event, extended his invitation to Lee directly and instructed the French Minister of Culture, Rachida Dati, to follow up on practical steps for implementation. Yeah. So K-pop is strong all over the world, and SM got to meet the French president, and I saw a video of this, and it seemed like Macron really liked him because he didn't let go of SM's hand. I saw a funny video, and it was funny in a way that yeah, he couldn't stop handshaking. Let's see if I can find that again. Let's see. It was a short. Let's see. let's see. Well, I can't find it now. Maybe you could see it in this news clip. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, no, these are all just pictures of it. But yeah, basically they met and they had a good meeting. And I know that K-pop is huge in France because I have a friend that is French, and she says that K-pop is actually pretty big in France, more than other European countries. Because France is very multicultural and diverse, right? And yeah. So he said that SM is a very brilliant entrepreneur, creator, and producer. And because they are making a business office in Paris, the president actually came to greet him. That is pretty wild, in my opinion. Yeah, let's see what is going to unfold from this. Yes. It's pretty wild to think that we're living in the age that a president of a country acknowledges K-pop producers. Yeah. So it's pretty wild. Isuman is still going strong. Yeah, he's still going strong, you know. Macron doesn't know what he's getting into. SNSD promoted in France back in 2012. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So French and Korean alliances become stronger with the power of K-pop. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I just got a message from the delivery app saying that the person is going to come in a moment. I might have to go and answer the doorbell. But yeah, in the meantime, before I go open the door, this is my Patreon over here, and if you can see, I have exclusive podcasts for you, like back from Northern Europe, my podcast over here. I have early access to the new episodes over here, and exclusive podcasts, more and more, and I also have K-pop reactions, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to support me, the channel, and also get extra perks, please support on Patreon. It's only $5 to $10 a month of your choice, and you get perks like that. So go check out Patreon at patreon.com/KoreanPizzaClub. It really helps me create content and go on. Yes. And yeah. Isuman is 73 years old, by the way. Yeah, he's pretty old. But he looks great for being 73, though. Real pizza at the Korean Pizza Club. Yes, because someone pointed out last time that you never had pizza on stream. Did I never have it, actually? Go get your pizza. Yes. Let's see. Why is this guy not coming up? Did he actually manage to come in without ringing the door? Like, he's just wandering in. Oh, he just came in by himself. Okay, let me just go get my pizza real quick. Ta-da! I wish they have an Espa box. Mukbang time. Yeah, so I only had like 3 or 4 news left anyway, so let me just chill and munch on these. Woohoo! I got another Espa box, Espa collection. We got that Karina, Winter, and Ning Ning, and Giselle looking good. It's crazy that it's crazy to see K-pop idols on pizza boxes, isn't it? Okay, let's see. We got the hot sauce and the Parmesan cheese over here. And this is a tiny little pizza, but it'll do for my lunch. It's a potato, bacon potato pizza. Looking good. 잘 먹겠습니다. Korean Pizza Club. Oh, okay. I might change my name to Korean Pizza Club more than Korean Pizza Club. You want that box? Okay. So the next news is South Korea has 10th most millionaires in the world. Let me just go eat my $8 pizza. Yeah, this is making me depressed now. South Korea had the world's 10th highest number of millionaires globally last year, with 1.3 million individuals. 1.3 million individuals holding wealth exceeding $1 million, or 1.37 billion won, a report showed Thursday. According to the Global Wealth Report 2025, the figure marked a slight increase from 1.2 million. Okay, there are more millionaires now. Placing the country 10th among 56 countries surveyed. There were about 60 million millionaires globally, holding a total of 226.47 trillion in wealth. I'm just gonna eat my pizza. First slice without any sauce. Yeah, I'm depressed now. PayPal.me/Korean Pizza Club. You find that interesting? Bacon potato pizza, yeah. What do you mean you've never heard of that? Bacon potato is pretty common, no? It's one of the most popular pizzas in Korea. Bacon potato. I've seen it in other countries too. So that is 1 in 50 people, since the SK population is 50 million. It's the top 2% maybe then. How many millionaires do you know? Personally, I don't think I know anybody. Well, millionaires means they have a 10억. Okay. Yeah, okay, like in cash, nobody. Net worth, maybe assets, like in terms of houses, maybe there are millionaires around me. But a wild fact is 80%, more than 80% of South Korea's wealth is all concentrated in real estate, in apartments and houses. So people do not have that much spending power. And most of them earn their wealth just through sitting in their homes. Yeah. Not potato, not in the United States? What? Really? Not in America, really? What? You don't have bacon potato? It's really good. Do you like corn on pizza? No. The dough is so good. Okay, so South Korea is rich, basically. I'm the only one that's not rich. Singapore has the most millionaires. Saw the video from Asian Boss. Inspiring. Yeah, Singapore is definitely a wealthy place to live. Not in the UK either, really? Hello, doll baby. Hello. I actually talked to John about you the other day. John reached out via DM. He's like, "How's it going, bro?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's going good. Like, how about you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing good too. Like, you know, we should catch up." And I was like, "Yeah, you should maybe come on stream because doll baby wants to see you always." I'm just munching on my pizza. This is my lunch. So the next news. Too hot versus too cold. 75% of subway complaints temperature related. First world problems, right? London and New York would be surprised. A total of 280,000 something complaints related to heating or air conditioning on subway trains have been issued by Seoul subway passengers this year, making up 75.5% of all the complaints. Korean people are whiners. Seoul Metro, the main operator of the city subway system, said that over 110,000 temperature-related complaints were issued to the customer center. Under the Ministry of Environment guidelines, subway cars are maintained at a designated temperature of around 24 degrees Celsius in the summer and 18 degrees Celsius in the winter. However, the temperature of each car tends to spike during rush hours when trains are jam-packed due to passengers' body temperature. Yeah. As such, heat-related complaints tended to peak at the commuting hours of 7 to 9, 6 to 8, with 600,000 something. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I've put in a complaint before too. Because they're so freaking cold. Why do they have to be like ice cold during the summer? I get, like, you know, it's nice to have air conditioning and all that. It's nice to be cool. But it's different when you're cold, right? Like, you don't have to be freezing cold. I would assume that's not even good for the environment either. So why do they have to go, like, down to 15 degrees or something like that? Dolly baby, yes! Tell John to come see me. Okay, I will. Yay! Now that's something for my pizza fun today. But, yeah. They're just too cold for me. It's freezing. So there are things called low air conditioning carts, or what do you call them? Like the trains. So you can find them on like an app or like a sticker on the screen doors of the subways. But you have to probably go to the middle or some parts of the subway. And there are like 3 designated carts that have low air conditioning. And I have to find all the way there. Yeah, but if I'm just lazy or if it's too packed and I pick the wrong cart, then yeah, you're just trapped in a freezer. Never heard of bacon potato pizza in Hong Kong either. Really? The temp control person just hates their job. Bacon potato. It's like wedge potato. It's really good. Especially with the hot sauce. Oh! Dolly baby, since you gave me the 20, I can finally do a real pizza ceremony. Pizza, pizza! Finally. Ajin must go there to hang out so that they can save money on the electricity bill and leave the aircon off at their house. Yeah, some do. Some people just go online too, the circle line, and they just go like do their phones or whatever, read books, and stay there for the whole day because it's too hot. Thank you so much. This is just making me want to have pizza. But anyways, yeah, beware of those like freezer mode trains in Korea when you come visit, because they can get really cold. Do you think a real US pizza place would do well in Itaewon? Yeah, for sure. I think there are some real pizza places. I don't know what the standard for real US pizza place is, but I'm pretty sure there are some already. Okay, next news. This is pretty interesting. One Verse, K-pop group with North Korean defectors to debut in July. Another K-pop group is set to debut with a powerful story and global lineup. K-pop agency Sing Beetle has announced the debut of One Verse, a 5-member multinational boy band with a showcase scheduled for July 18th. And the group includes Hyuk and Suk, Sorry about laughing. It was just my pronunciation. I just did it too strongly. Hyuk and Suk both were born in North Korea and later defected to South Korea. Oh, okay. They were born in North Korea and defect. Okay. Two of the members are defectors. Okay. Japanese member Aito and Chinese American Kenny joined the team, followed by Nathan, a Laotian Thai member, Thai American, who became the final member to join in December 24th. Very interesting. Now we're living in the age of North Korean defectors debuting in K-pop. You love one verse? You can't wait? Really? There's already a fan in the chat. MZ Pink and Blue. Okay, guys, stop with the I did not say cup and suck or suck and fuck. Stop. Thai American. No, Thai. Laotian Thai American. I'm sorry, sometimes my English pronunciation isn't that accurate. I noticed for the whole live stream, the previous live stream, I've been pronouncing Iran as Iran. I still don't even know if it's should be pronounced Iran. Is it Iran or Iran or Iran or Iran? In Korean, it's Iran. So how would I know how it's pronounced in English? Oh, I bit on my tongue. Oh. I guess it was good. So good that I was like on a rush. People from Iran say it like the Koreans say it, David. Iran? Okay. It's Iran and Iran in English, but most Americans don't properly pronounce it either. Ouch. Yeah. Daijobu. Itai. Sprinkle some Parmesan on it. I think it's even bleeding. I can feel blood. I can taste blood. I bit on that so hard. Okay. A couple more news left. What you want is what you get in a cup. From bingsu to noodles to even sashimi, popularity of delicacies in tiny containers going strong in Korea. With the seasons changing, a new bingsu in a cup trend is gaining popularity among young Koreans, gearing up to survive the infamously humid and hot summer. Offered mostly by low-priced coffee joints like Mega Coffee, Compose Coffee. By Compose, V is the model. The novelty dish packs all the regular features of the snack in a plastic cup usually used for drinks, frozen milk or cream, sweetened red beans, bite-sized rice cakes, syrup of your choosing, and of course the chunk of shaved ice. So this is the cup bingsu. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. I want to try it now. I don't usually like bingsu because like normally if you order a bingsu, you have to share it with some person because like it's pretty big. They put so much ice and so much topping on it, so I can't really like finish one. But like, oh, this is good. Cup bingsu. You know what? I'll try it. I'll have to try that. Have you guys tried bingsu before? It's really good. Looks like this. It's basically shaved ice and you put like this is the classic one, red bean and rice cakes on top. Really nice. But there are diversions, like variations, like strawberry, mango, injermi, all these. It's really nice. If you go to a cafe, you can just get them. There are tiramisu bingsus, mango cheese. There's green tea and choco. You have fruit bingsus and all that. It's a very, very nice summer dessert to have. I think this is watermelon, maybe. Yeah, looks really good, right? There's popcorn, caramel popcorn, coffee bingsu, all these kind of stuff. They look really good. Oh, I need some bingsu. But as you can see, they're usually pretty big, so I don't usually eat them. And I'm not like a dessert guy, but as if you can buy these in this kind of portion and mega coffee, I'm down to go. Looks delicious. I don't think I have, but it seems delicious. It is very delicious. You should definitely try it. Small ones mean you can get a variety. Exactly. So like a snow cone, but yummy. Yeah. That's a way to put it. Put a bunch of snow in your bowl and then decorate it with like fruits and all that. And they usually put like condensed milk, so it gets very sweet. It's really, really nice. I like chocolate or matcha bingsu. I think of bingsu as like a burn protection potion from Minecraft. Okay. What does it have? As I told you, red bean, frozen milk or cream, bite-sized rice cakes, and syrup. And you can put like little cereal flakes on it, or caramel popcorn, or whatever. Yeah. Looks pretty good. Okay, we are at one of our last news today. 250 people watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe button for me if you haven't yet. If you're enjoying KPC Live, set your notification bells on. I've noticed not a lot of people, only like 4.4% of the subscribers have ticked that notification bell on. If you keep on missing live streams, put that notification bell on. You'll get an immediate notification when I'm live. You can hop in. Done. Thank you. You have your own version of Bingsu that's called Halo Halo. Interesting name. Let me just finish this piece. Let me look up Halo Halo. Oh, that looks so pretty. That looks so good. Oh wow. Oh wow. Very, very pretty. I wonder why it's always like purple. What's the purple ingredient over here? They all seem to have the purple ice cream scoop. Yeah, that must be like the secret ingredient. Oh, they have red bean too, like the Korean bingsu. Ube. Ah, ube. Is that how you pronounce it? It's not Ube, right? Or Oob. English. What a language. No rules. Okay, so last news of today. Let's go on. Seoul to add more public wedding venues, even on ferries and rooftops. About time, Seoul. You're doing good, though. The Seoul metropolitan government plans to expand its network of public wedding venues and increase financial support for couples seeking more affordable ceremonies, allocating up to 3.7 billion won, $2.7 million for the initiative. While the city government currently operates 25 public wedding venues, it plans to add 40 new sites, 20 of them located indoors and 20 outdoors by 2030, the municipal government said Thursday. The new venues will be located near scenic sites or in repurposed, culturally rich urban spaces. One of the new spaces to be opened is Pium Seoul, a renovated event hall at Seoul Women's Plaza in Dongjaku. Okay, let's check this place out. Pium Seoul. Let's see what kind of venues they are providing for these newlywed couples. Seoul Pium. Is this place? Yeah, I think this is the place. Okay. I don't know if this is the place. Yeah, I can't seem to find any information about Seoul Pium yet. Oh yeah, they did mention that it's new. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful wedding spot, right? A traditional hanok. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, it's really good that they're making new venues for married people, because one of the reasons that the marriage rate is declining, it's actually rebounding now, but still in ultimately it's declined. But one of the reasons it's declining is because of the massive fees for marriage and the ceremonies itself, the wedding and the prep, like the dresses, the makeup. We call it hemeko, hair, makeup, and kori. No. That's just for modeling and idols. But for wedding we call it sudume. Sudume. What does sudume stand for? I have never looked up. Sudume. Let's see. Sudume, it means Sudume means studio, dress, and makeup. You have a studio, you have to get those shots done, and you have a dress, you have to get the dress, makeup, yeah, you have to get the makeup done. Yeah, apparently if you put that all in total, the average price is about like 5K. Yeah, 5K. And normally if you rent a wedding hall, like just a very normal one, it usually costs, like from what I heard, maybe 20K or something like that. If you go up to like hotels, it's like 50 to maybe 100K. So people in Korea who always want to compete and always want to show off, always want to show their status, even through weddings, they usually overdo it and rent very flashy hotels or wedding conventions, and they're very, very expensive. And remember, that's the average price. So yeah, imagine if you get like a really nice dress, really nice photos, jacks up the price. Would you get married on a ferry or rooftop? Yeah. I would actually, if I were to consider someone as a potential marriage partner, I think one of the green flags, a very massive green flag for me, would be for the person to say like, oh, I don't really care much about a wedding. Let's save that money What's important is between us, like the experience between us, whether the day is actually fully dedicated to ourselves rather than like catering towards other people and having flashy flowers and all these decorations and ornaments and buffets and all that. It's okay if we just get married in like a little church or an outdoor setting or one of these city places and venues. If my future partner said something along the lines like that, that would be a massive green flag for me. What I don't like is, okay, you can hate on me all you want. I just dislike this. This is not my preference, okay? I understand the sentiment, but Korean guys nowadays have an allergy effect towards the saying, "Oh, but it's only once in your lifetime." It's like, when are you going to do this again? For the sake of that one sentence, I've heard so many of my friends overspend, and they didn't really want to spend that much, but it's always like the bride that says like, "But it's only once." Just to justify those three words, it's only once, they go spend like an extra 10K, extra something, and it all adds up and becomes like huge amount. And the guys usually are like, you know what, if we save this amount of money and add it to our apartment, or just save it for a future baby and use it for their education or something, it would have been really helpful. Like, imagine saving like 30K or something like that. That's big money, right? But like spending it for 2 or 3 hours, yeah, it's a little questionable. But then at the end of the day, I've heard so many of my friends and my bosses talk about their marriages and their wives always saying, "But it's only one day, it's only once." And you can't that's the ultimatum, it's the cheat key. Like, you can never win over that one sentence. That justifies everything. Yeah, save up for a house instead. Exactly. I mean, people are not all like-minded, so we all have different values. But me personally, if I met someone who didn't really care about those flamboyant, superficial, show-off things in a wedding, and if I really like someone, and if we were considering marriage, and suddenly that person talks about the wedding ceremony, and she's like, "Oh, but we got to do it at a hotel at least, right? We got to at least do a 4-star or 5-star. All my friends are going to be there. My parents are going to be there. Like, I don't want to embarrass myself." If I hear something like that, which is very, very, very common, I'm not even kidding. My friends have said that before. If I hear something like that, that would be a massive reconsideration point in the marriage. Yeah, for me, personally. But then if I dearly love that person and that person goes on, which is usually the case for all, like a lot of men here, if the person's like, I don't really spend that much normally anyways, this is just like a one-time thing, it's just once in your lifetime, and every woman has like a fantasy or like dream about having the perfect wedding ever, so why can't we just spend a little extra on our wedding? If it's a little, okay, reasonable, but if it's too much, I'm gonna be like, I'm out. No thanks. It sets the precedent for the rest of the marriage. Maybe, yeah. I love to save my money, and I used to judge others for wanting a lavish wedding, but then I realized I'm judging while watching nice wedding videos on YouTube. Now feel like you can budget and get creative. Yeah. Your brother had Star Wars Imperial March for the bride and groom march? What? You were married in front of a judge, no recession, cheap? Wow, that's good. I mean, yeah. Save that money and spend it on a honeymoon. I think that would be better. Like, imagine what kind of honeymoon you could get with by saving 30-40K. Going on a trip to Europe for like a week costs easily like 3 to 4K, I would say, per person. So that would be like 6 to 8K. So yeah, that's not even half of the price. You could go on a freaking cruise. I think that would be more valuable. Like, you have quality time, just the two of you, amazing place outside of your normal surrounding. Again, that's my own standards. So this might be double standard too, because like the bride might want a very romantic and perfect wedding. That's her values. My values are like, I don't want to be around thousands of people and saying hi to all of them and be pressured in front of my parents and doing all the ceremonies like a factory. And then, rather than that, I'd rather spending time with you on a trip and a romantic place in the Maldives or Bali or wherever, and doing snorkeling and scuba diving and jet skiing. Yeah, but that's just me. Like, this is also double standard too. So, but then I wouldn't enforce that, right? So it's all a matter of just communication and finding the middle ground. But yeah, too many onions. Sounds great, yeah. $30K on a wedding for average people? The math isn't mathing because I'm way too cheap for that. Yeah, I'm not even joking. 결혼식 평균 비용. 결혼식 비용. Let me actually check. So it says, according to Google, let's see. So there are a lot of things over here. Let me just translate it into English. There we go. I need to convert this into USD as well too. Anyways, okay, let's see. I'll try my best to convert this to USD. So, this is the average cost of marriage in Korea in 2024. So it says the average marriage costs about 300K. 300K, and this includes the house as well. Includes the house. Don't get us wrong. 200K is in the house, so you can minus the 200K. So it's basically like 100K. So 79% is for the house over here. That's what it says. 혼수. 혼수 is a special thing in Korean wedding culture where each side gives each other like a present, a big present. Usually it could be like a fridge or a TV or like good furniture. Usually the women's side gives a man like a expensive watch, like something like that. Like that just commemorates and celebrates you're getting married. And so the honsu, the special presents, cost about 20K. And for the wedding hall, the average price is 10K. It's like 9,000. Yeah, $9,000. That would be a very cheap one. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the average. This is the median, right? So my friends have all done in places at 20 to 30K at least. and they say that is humble. And people over here want to do it in like hotels and stuff, so that goes way over that. So note that this is the average, and then you have the what do you call it? The honeymoon, which is like 7,000. I told you, like you go to Europe for a week, and it's probably like $6,000 to $7,000. We have the yedan and yemur. These are all like wedding ceremonial, decorations and like presents and objects. These are like 5,000 each. And you have the sudume, which is like the studio dress and makeup, which is $4,000. Ibaji. What's the ibaji? I have no idea what an ibaji is, but that's 1,000. Tamnepum, some other gifts to the guests, right? Gifts to the guests, that's $1,000. Sangyonne, that's like meeting each other's parents and having a good meal at a buffet or something. That's like 800. So by average, you would spend 200K just to get married. Now, who wants to get married? If this is the societal norm and everybody does this and you're expected to do this to match that average, and your parents want to do this because, they want to celebrate too. Who would want to get married? Yeah. David's friends are rich. No, they're not. They're just average people that work in just corporates. Yeah. $200K dollars. Yeah. And I'm telling you, this is even cheap because it's the average. Wait, what? Where'd the 200K come from? So, the 200K is for the house, okay? And most houses in Seoul, the average price in Seoul is 1 million. People get massive loans under both persons' names. So they usually have their own 200K. They have their cash 200K, and then they get massive loans under their name, like 100 or 200K each, and then the parents help them, and then they make it up into something and get like a mortgage plan or whatever and buy a house. Yeah. The average person wastes a lot of money on marriage. Exactly. That's why it would be a massive green flag for me if I had a partner who said like, "Oh, we don't have to do all of this." I missed a super chat. I like your ideas. Let's do that for our wedding. You really had to send a super chat for that, Rachel, didn't you? Thank you for the $2 pizza. But if it includes a house, then that's good. Okay, maybe. Depends. Even without the house, it's like 100K, so I would think that's pretty expensive. Yeah. Let's see, if you use a Seoul city venue, which they probably reuse all the decorations and ornaments and all that, you could probably save, from what I'm seeing, at least 9,000, 5,000. So you could at least save 20K. Yeah, that's what I've been saying from the start, right? $800 to meet the parents, of course, because you got to go to nice places, right? If you go to a nice buffet or a nice a Michelin star restaurant or somewhere, normally the course meals are like $100 each. Yeah, more than that, right? So it's 4 people minimum, so $400 per dinner, and then you go to the mother's side, the wife's side, so $400 each. So makes sense to me. Nearby cities, Incheon, it's better over there. It's better, definitely better. If you go outside of Seoul, you can actually get affordable housing. I think the prices would drop by 50% or even more. Yeah. David, I'll pay for your wedding here in the US. You can get a green card. I'm much older than you, so I'll do first and you can marry again. Yeah. Oh wow. This live stream flew by. It's already 2 hours. But I finished my pizza. That was good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I love the Parmesan cheese. Wow, there was some hot sauce on it. Yeah, for me, I just want to get married on the top of like a mountain, a beautiful mountain with some flowers around us, and maybe there's like a pastor or someone, and yeah, just invite my parents or my best friends. Make it a small group of maybe like 10 people. And that would be enough for me. I think that would be more memorable to me than like a huge Korean wedding where you have a lot of people and you go like there's an MC and there's like set schedules, and yeah. Rather than that, I would prefer that. There's a celebrity that set the precedent publicly, and that's Wonbin and Lee Na-young. They are so handsome and pretty. Their marriage was a shock to a lot of people because a lot of celebrities get married at like 5-star hotels, like Jo Se-ho. You know Jo Se-ho, right? From U-Quiz and GD's friend. He invited everyone to I think the Grand Hyatt, or was it the Shilla Hotel? But if you look at his hotel, it was like very, very big. Yeah, I can't seem to find pictures of the wedding hall, but it says over here that for his wedding, just for the wedding place itself, 900 guests came. 900. And he spent 200K only on the venue and the decorations and all that for that day only. Yeah. And the place was the Shilla Hotel. Yep. So for the food, the flowers, and the ornaments, all that, he used 200K. Yep. 900 guests. And among them were GD and Yoo Jae-suk and all of them. And yeah, you can see them over here. And you can see like the course meals that they give out, the steak and soup and blah blah blah. That's not related, but yeah, that's crazy. But then okay, let me go back to Wonbin and Lee Na-young. They're top stars, top actors in Korea. Really nice couple. And look at their wedding. So their wedding caused a lot of buzz on the internet because it's the perfect wedding that I'm dreaming of. They didn't want a lot of publicity. They didn't invite anybody. They just did it in like this rural field by themselves, like this, and they got like great pictures out of it. And look at the small amount of people they invited. Yeah, they did it in Gangwon-do, Gangwon province, at a small traditional house. Yeah, they didn't even rent out like a wedding venue or anything. That is so romantic. Yeah, this is the amount of people they invited. It's probably like 20 people or something. But that is so beautiful. They made the place a tourist spot now. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, for real? What? Yeah, but that's so beautiful. I want to do a wedding like that. So pretty, right? Yep. Yeah. They're a really nice couple. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours, so I'm gonna cut it short here. And hope you enjoyed this live stream. Don't forget to like it before you go. And yeah, please support me on Patreon if you can and get that exclusive content. It's only $5 to $10. And yeah, I will see you on the weekend again with another live stream. So set your notification bells on, and podcast episodes on your way. I have to do some other sponsored videos as well too, so you might see one or two around this week. Look forward to that. And it was lovely chatting with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the news. So see ya later. Take care. Yep. Bye bye. Bye Elemento. Bye Miss Inyako. Bye. Bye everybody. I'll just end it in the 2-hour mark. Right at the 2-hour mark. It's 1:59:40 right now. We have 20 seconds left. Take care. Thank you. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Lynn. Bye. 5 seconds to go. Bye, Dolly Baby, Erica, Carol. Bye. I can't fit in everybody.